Hi and welcome back to my playthrough of Buffy the Vampireslayer, the board game. It's still a mouthful and I think goof-wise I'm in an okay shape it seems. There wasn't really a clear answer on the one event card, but I think I really played it correctly last time. I think this was in respect to slay, dust and defeat and whatnot. But I think let's keep going from here. I think it's Xander's turn. Or rather, he's the starting player for this round. So what is he going to do? I mean, he's currently facing an awful lot of enemies at Sunnydale Cemetery. But keep in mind, Willow is here and she is carrying the Glove of Minigun, which allows you to basically slay 3 baddies at an adjacent location. So I think she will totally take care of these fella over here before we are seeing another nasty of these event cards. And I think we still want to find weapons in order to defeat the gentleman up there. We need 2 weapons and I believe so far we haven't found any of those. Yes, we have drawn exactly 1 card, but we had to discard it back then. So before we do anything else and before I'm using his special action, I'm going to use a standard action for him to draw some cards, right? Some items at his location. There is nothing specific here. No, there's not. Magic supplies, that's great for Willow. And we have found weapons. Okay, cool. The thing is, we are of course already at our hand limit of 3 cards. So we may have to decide what to get rid of. Magic supplies, I think we can get rid of for now, right away. And cross, holy water, stun 1 vampire. Yeah, I think I'm getting rid of the cross for now. Don't really see the purpose here. At least we could stun someone. Maybe that's something to consider. We don't have to do that right now. We can still take that with his last action also during the round to protect a townie or so. Then it's Buffy, and I think she's going to use her special. Should we use the special? Let's try that at least. So she's moving and she is then basically fighting. She's fighting the vampire here because she's still carrying a wooden stake. We can dust that vampire right away, and then everyone else, every other baddie at that location will be stunned as well. This doesn't really help this townie because the gentleman will still eat that townie. So maybe we want to drag him out with Willow or also with one of her actions, but I still think that was okay. But this also means we have to reveal our first event card for this round. So we have a demon, which I think is good because we have a lot of weapons against demons now. Rosedale Cemetery, which is I believe down here, and a townie in help at UC Sunnydale. If there are any demons at the Shadow Valley Vineyards, and I think there are not, nothing is there. Add 1 more damage. No, okay, we dodged that bullet. I take that. Nicely done. But okay then, next it's Willow. She is going to use that, but I think we have to perform a fight check here. So let's do a normal action with her for now. I think at least, yeah, let's do that. And we have to perform a fight check. So we need the Ankh or the pentagram on that card. And we have the Ankh. Nicely. So we have succeeded in our test. If you succeed, no. Or slay up to 3 baddies in an adjacent location and add 1 wound token to the apocalypse track. I think that was definitely worth it. Those 3 vampires are out of here. We are adding 1 wound token to the apocalypse track, but I think we can manage down here. Then it's back to Xander, and I think now he's using his special, so he's coordinating. He takes an action and another character is taking an action. Let's start with his action first. So we are drawing 2 more items. We want the weapons, right? Wooden stake, not great. Weapons, amazing. So we'll definitely hold on to the weapons. Therefore, we have to discard basically both the wooden stake and the holy water, but that's totally fine with me. And I believe I'm handing over the action to Buffy. She will simply move over to the Summers residence. Yeah, we can heal here when we are getting rid of that vampire. I think this worked out to be quite nicely, actually. Good stuff, Xander. Unfortunately, we have to trigger an event. So we have another vampire coming out at Angelus' mansion. Makes sense. Another demon. So we have to take care of the demons at the Restfield Cemetery. That's up here. The townie. But I think we want to draw the townie out anyway. And then we have a location or an event down here, which says if there are any townies sharing location with each other, No, that's not the case. Okay, they want to split up basically. No, we can ignore that as well. Then it is Buffy. She will use a standard action in conjunction with her wooden stake to take care of this vampire. So in theory we could go after this, but I think for her next action, unless something is changing, she will simply use the location of the Summers residence here. And then it's over to Willow. She will use one of her standard actions to move this fella. We could move this fella over to Buffy actually, but does it change anything? That's the question. There is a chance at least. Yeah, let's try that. So let's move this townie over to Buffy. She might be able to rescue him. Let's see how things go. But that's already, again, these turns are really going ultra quick here. And then we are moving back to Xander for his third action this round. And because he has two weapons, he will move to the Restfield Cemetery with his penultimate action here. And then he might take a swing at the gentleman with his last action this round. Yeah, I like that. For Buffy, we had a plan. She will use one of her standard action to use Summer Residence's special or location ability here. Remove 2 wounds from the Apocalypse track. Nicely done, Buffy, which means we are fully healed again. That's how you do it. Then it's Willow, and in theory, we could use the city hall again to move the townie down here. The problem still is this demon will move 2 spaces to that townie, or that townie down here. I think either way we will not really lose it, but I think we can't rescue them both. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So maybe, and we still have her special action actually, and we have to use it anyway, right? So then we don't have to move. Maybe that's the good idea. Let's do it this way actually. So we're using her special, which says, witchiness, discard any number of magic supplies, and for each one discarded, slay 1 baddie anywhere. I think that's okay, even though you can optimize that of course, but we only have that 1 magic supplies here. I still think it's worth it. So let's kill that demon here. Yeah, let's try that. That was definitely important enough. Let's resolve an event. That's the last event for this round. A demon goes, basically the same demon goes back to City Hall, right where Willow is. Not sure if I like that or not actually. And then we are bringing out a vampire to the bronze up here, but I think that's still not great. I have to really think about the last action for Buffy. And draw an additional event card unless all characters with item discard 1 item. No, we can't do that. That's a problem because I don't want to get rid of the Blessed Sword, and I don't want to get rid of the 2 weapons for Xander. So no, unfortunately, we have to resolve a second card this round. That's a very mean one, I must say. Yeah, okay. Demon goes to Shadowwell Vineyards. That's over here. Then there is a townie, the magic box, which I believe is okay. The thing is, what is there? If there is currently at least 1 baddie sharing a location with a character... Yeah, that just happened actually here at the City Hall. So we are bringing a wound back to the Apocalypse track, but I think that is okay. We can manage. Okay, and then it's Xander. He's using his fight and will discard his 2 weapons for the item requirements on that sheet. Unfortunately, you really have to discard those no matter what. And then we have to resolve an event card. And again, we are looking for the eye or the pentagram, and it's the pentagram. Hooray! The gentleman is out of here. Nicely done. So we are bringing out a new one. He goes to the UC Sunnydale down here. The what is it? Clue token, I believe. The clue. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that event card. Was only there for the event check. So the gentleman is out of here. Good job. And we are bringing out the last monster of the week already. And the last monster of the week is a Catha. Wait a second. Didn't we have... Wait. Let's see. At Angelus's mansion. Okay. A Catha does not activate unless there is at least 1 wound on the Apocalypse track for each character in play. Okay, we need 3 basically. Right now there is 1. When a Catha activated, kills any 2 townies on the game board. Okay, that is brutal. She's really brutal. And each time a character performs a special action. Okay, she's basically auto-activating. The thing is though, indeed, Xander is carrying the Blessed Sword. If the monster of the week is a Catha, you may discard this artifact to defeat it. I mean, these artifacts, they all are in the deck basically, and I think there is more or less an artifact for more or less any of the monsters of the week in there. Not all, but a lot of these. So you get to them. It's really not an ultra coincidence. Yes, it was definitely lucky, but I absolutely take it. And I believe so far Xander has slain all the monsters of the week so far, and he may continue to do so. If the monster of the week is a Catha, you may discard this artifact to defeat it. Question now really is, do I have to trigger a fight? Do I simply discard it? I think it doesn't now. I think it says discard is always a free action. I think we can get rid of our third monster actually. Okay, let's spawn a Catha at Angelus's mansion. Again, we will keep the card next to top of the game board. We have the Blessed Sword. Okay, that was really extremely lucky. Okay, I mean, it's really not an ultra long game anyway, but okay, we are on a streak here. Okay, then it's Buffy, and it has taken me some time actually. I think I am going to use my action for a research action, and the research will allow me to bring out the first plot card. I will put the quest card on the master's ability. Let's do that. So the first plot for this, and these are the cards that we have to defeat in the end, is okay, it simply says plot. Anytime a townie is killed in a location containing at least one vampire, spawn one vampire. Okay, that is not too bad, but in order to get rid of this plot, it's basically like a monster of the week in the end. We need 2 wooden stakes. We have 1, so I think we can manage, but we can't go after these plots before or until the master has been spawned basically. So we have to research all 3 of those. Right now we have 2 on the board, but we will bring out the 3rd one in the next round. Keep in mind we have the Blessed Sword with us, and yeah, I think that is okay. I guess I think that is okay. Last but not least, it's Willow. She can't fight the demon because yeah, we don't have the magic supplies, but that this demon exactly spawned there was a problem. I didn't like that, although I think she's going to search. Yeah, let's search stuff, which we can still do. Wooden stake, that is nice. We need 2 for one of these plots, and some weapons. Yeah, the weapons will help us. So I will get rid of the cross that we are currently carrying, and instead I will hold on to those 2. I think that was a very nice find. And this ends the player actions phase. We are moving into the monster activation. We always start with the monster of the week. We already do know each time a character performs a special action, we are adding 1 wound to the apocalypse track. Okay, we are not doing this because yeah, and she's not activating before we have 3 wounds on the apocalypse track. So I think we can skip over her. That worked out nicely, but then we will see some monster activation. The demon will move in here, and the demon spawning here at the garlic didn't really affect it. Garlic only blocks someone to move into that space. So the vampire, I think, has to move in here. Yeah, that's a problem. This demon will give us a wound. So the demon will attack poor Willow here. Nothing she can do. And well, this was this. This vampire will move in here after monster activation. If there are, this move will move into the catacombs, rescue itself. Nice. Then we have a demon here. I think this demon also has to move down here. So I think we have moved all of our monsters. Then we are moving into the end of round. We have a quest marker here, which means we are bringing out a new vampire that comes from the master's ability. A vampire lurks at each location, yeah, containing a clue token. We have gotten rid of 1 of those. That was the main reason why I wanted to get rid of this up there. And that's it, I believe. So we are rescuing this townie. Way to go, Buffy. And this vampire will flip over. So I think next round we really do have to make some progress in respect to monster control here. So yeah, let's definitely keep going. Starting player goes back to Buffy. I will reset all those action markers and then yeah, take it from there. I mean, for Buffy, things are clear. She will use a standard action to use Summer's Residence, remove 2 wounds from the Apocalypse track. Nice. So 1 and 2 done. Then it's Willow. She will use her weapons, fight to slay one demon in your location. So she's also going for a standard action. So this demon is gone. I think this was important. And again, we can hold on to these weapons. They do come with a discard effect, but we didn't need it. Then it's Xander. And if the monster of the week is a Catha, you may discard this artifact to defeat it. So I think we don't really have to trigger it. At least I really think so. I really think so. Because again, these discard effects are always free actions. Let me know if you think otherwise. We could have moved there anyway. We might have one more, but I think let's definitely get rid of the artifact here. Okay, that was so cool. So we have slain the third monster of the week. No more monsters of the week are showing up in this instance. And so we can really start researching those now and try to get after the master. But it's the no, we have to research the third one, right? Yes, exactly. When the big bad's third plot card is revealed. Okay, we didn't reveal 3, we only revealed 1 so far. So we really have to actively research those. And now Xander is taking his normal action. I'm not so sure if I want to stun that vampire up there. We don't have any weapons whatsoever, so maybe let's do that first. Should we go for a special? Yeah, let's do that. We're using our specialty to coordinate. For his action, he will search again. We need some more items. Cross, that's not great actually. And another item, wooden stake. Okay, that is much better. With a stake, we can do stuff. Okay, I like that. That's cool. So that was the special action. We have to give an action to someone. I believe we're giving this to Willow so she can move to the magic box. First of all, she can kill that vampire. And then maybe she can draw some magic supplies here. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I was worried, but of course we have gotten rid of a Catha here, so we are no longer suffering from that bad effect here. But of course we still have to resolve our normal event card here. So, that was stupid. Okay, vampire goes in here. Maybe it's not too bad actually. And then a townie goes to Glorificus's mansion, which that's up here actually. And then move one demon towards the nearest townie. And I think we can ignore that because those 2 demons are already with the townie. And it doesn't say that we are activating it. So it's not eating that townie. That's at least my understanding. Again, keep me honest. Let me know if I messed things up. Over to Buffy. She's using her Slayage, the special ability, to move down here to this location. There she will be using her wooden stake to dust that vampire. And then her special says, after performing the fight action, stun all baddies in your location. Okay, this time things worked out okay. So far the Slayage wasn't as efficient, but here I really like that. But of course we have to resolve our next event. A new vampire comes out at Sunnydale Cemetery, which is up here. I think that is okay. We have another townie at Sunnydale High. That is also okay. And then what is this? An ongoing effect. Characters may only move to... we had this before. We can only move 2 spaces now. And when we are moving though, we can discard 1 magic supplies to ignore this effect. Yeah, that's a pesky one. I don't like that at all. Really limits our options. Then it's Willow. She will be using a standard, or should we? I think she's not going to use her special, but we can still see. So we are using a standard action for now. So we are risking something to use our wooden stake, which she is carrying, to dust that vampire here as well. Though this townie for now is safe, and she can with her next action take 2 magic supplies from the item deck. That is huge. Then it's Xander, and he will use his standard action and his newly found wooden stake, which he has to dust that vampire here as well. And I think then from there, he will be moving 2 spaces down here to Angelus's mansion to go after this clue here. Yeah, I like that. Okay then it's Buffy. She will be using 1 action to research that one here. So we are bringing out the second of 3 plot cards. What does this one say? After monster activation is resolved, if there are more vampires than unprotected townies, kill those townies. But this is after monster activation, and they are, I believe, they reactivate during the end of round, I believe. So we can also somewhat control that, at least I hope, because otherwise things could get pretty nasty soon actually. So then it's Willow. She will search. No, she will use the location action here. Take 2 magic supplies from the item deck, then reshuffle. I think for her, this is huge. So here are the 2 magic supplies, and I think she will totally get rid of those 2 for now, because with her witchiness, she can discard them both to kill 2 baddies anywhere on the board. And I think that's exactly what we need at this point in time. Then Alexander, he's using his action to move 2 spaces. So he can only move 2 spaces because of this event here, but that is totally fine. And here I'm not 100% sure if I really, with his last action of the game round, if I want to go after this plot card here or not, or if I should do that at the start of the next round. I think that's what we have to do actually. So then it's back to Buffy. She still has 1 more action left, and right now the board looks okayish actually. I believe vampire and monster wise, or baddies wise, we are okay actually. So we may want to search here. She can't use the location. I still think, even though these are stunned, we are not allowed to do that down here. I think as long as there are tokens here, I think this is really specific. They're talking about tokens. We can't use the location action. Could be wrong, but I think that's the case. So I will search with her, I believe. Yeah, let's do that. 1 and 2. Could we use the holy water maybe right now? During your turn, you may discard this card in any location without using an action. I think this actually does work. Okay, so we have to discard, I believe I want to discard the weapons for now. And I have to hold on to the holy water. Therefore, I have to discard something else. And I think I'm handing out the magic supply. So we have now 3 items in our possession. Keep in mind, we can't discard while we are still over our hand limit. That's really limiting. Now we are discarding it to stun any 1 vampire in any 1 location without using an action. Yeah, let's totally do that. And I believe I want to stun this fella up here at Summer's residence. You don't want to mess with the Summers here. Cool. But that was the last action of the round for Buffy. This will be a tricky one. We will be using special witchiness here. We will discard the 2 magic supplies. For each discarded, slay 1 baddie anywhere. And yes, we will totally get rid of those 2 at the Sunnydale Cemetery. Good job, Willow. Of course, let's not forget the event card. Okay, a demon goes to the Restfield Cemetery. Is that a problem? No, it's not, I believe. And a vampire lurks at Angelus's mansion. That's a bit bad news for Xander, I believe. Yeah, we have to take a wound. Okay, place this card. Okay, until the end of the round, the Hellmouth cannot be activated this round. Okay, that is really not a problem because the end of the round is basically here. So we are now moving into the monster activation, and I think, yeah, we have this vampire here. He will damage poor Xander or injure him, and yeah, he doesn't have that blade anymore. I think he could have defeated that demon then. It's a vampire. No, I think it wouldn't have worked anyway. And then this demon here will move to the townie there. It's a protected townie. I think it goes to the... that's the one. He could go to an unprotected townie up here. And maybe that should be... I think that should be the... I think that's the one, yeah. We are moving this demon up here to Chlorificus Mansion. But now I'm not so sure anymore. I think it really checks for adjacency first. So I think this should be here, actually. Doesn't really matter too much in the end. I think here it's even worse for us, but yeah, let's put the demon here. They would move 2 spaces, but I think there is a townie nearby, so I think that's where they're going to move. I think we can get rid of these event cards here. There is a lot to unstun. Of course, we now have to check an awful lot of things. So we are now coming to the end of the round checks. So the Master definitely does have an ability. So we are bringing out a new vampire because we have a clue token here. And then after the monster activation, if there are more vampires than unprotected townies, I think that's nowhere the case. So we can ignore that as well, I believe. So overall, we should be okay. Let's hand over the starting player marker to Willow and go into the next round. Okay, let's start with Willow again, I believe. We are using our glove of minigun again with a standard action, so we have to test for it to make it work, and we need Angst or the pentagram. So let's see, it's an event check and it's the eye. Okay, it's the first check we have whiffed. That's problematic, 2/3, but yeah, there's still a good chance that we are failing, and yeah, that's it. We can't really do anything. That was her first action. It's a very powerful item, I see that, but yeah, in this case it totally failed. That's a problem. Then it's Xander, and I'm really not sure if I should be open. I think I should. We need to know what is coming now, I believe. Yeah, let's do that actually. So we're using our special in order to research. Though the last clue is gone, we are bringing out the final plot card. At the end of each round, spawn one vampire at either player's choice. Okay, that's not too bad. We can live with that as well. Maybe that's the last plot we are going after. We get to choose those, by the way. Then we are handing over the action to Willow, I believe. Yeah, let's do that. And I think we have to bring out the master, actually. The things, I think we are performing our action before we do anything else. I think so, that's the case. So let's do that. So we're handing it over to Willow. She will search for sure. Okay, weapons are good. I was hoping for magic supplies, but okay, either are great actually. I like them both, and we can hold on to both of those. So that was definitely nicely done. And I believe the order of things now really is we have resolved our actions, and I believe then we are bringing out the master, because the master will now trigger out of those. I think that's the case. Otherwise it would feel like cheating actually. So where does the master go? When the master reveals himself, place him in the Hellmouth. I mean, that makes perfect sense. So that's over here. I will show that to you in a second. Then check for every 2 vampires on the game board. Oh, that's bad actually. Okay, we have a lot of vampires on the board. It's 3 actually. I'm not sure if it's rounded down or rounded up in this case. I don't want to cheat actually. I will round it up. Always not in our favor. So let's draw the first event card. So we're looking or not looking for the pentagram. No, that's not a pentagram. We are good. Second card, that's also not a pentagram. Okay, so we have dodged that bullet up here actually. This only happens when this master is revealing. And again, he showed himself at the Hellmouth. I believe now we have to resolve our normal event card because we have used our special action. So we are bringing out a new vampire at the magic box. That sucks. We need a new townie at the Shadow Valley Vineyards. I think that is fine over here. And then Summer's Residence cannot be activated this round. Okay, that's not too bad. We can live with that for sure. Okay, one thing, that's exactly what I wanted to show you. Now we're checking for the glyph on this event card. So now the special abilities of our mastermind, or the big bad, kicks in. And because, yeah, it was this all vampires move. Yeah, that really sucks. But again, I believe this is not too bad actually, because the only vampire that is actually moving is this one here. All the others are already at locations with stuff. Unless, no, I think in this case, no, I think these 2 should be moving over here. They always want to go after townies. They are all with townies, and I think here it doesn't really matter if they are here. So they have a townie nearby, basically. That's how I will rule it out. And that was basically both the card and the special ability of the master. So I think overall that was still okay. Then it's Buffy. She will move, or will use an action here to move to Xander's location, right? We are using a standard action there. They will trade, and does it matter who we... I think we want... No, it doesn't matter too much actually. Let's hand over the wooden stake to Buffy for now. No, let's hand it over to Xander actually. So she will hand over her wooden stake to Xander instead. Yes. Willow will do two things, I believe. First of all, she will discard this. Yeah, to place a garlic token on her space. Right now it doesn't do anything, it only prevents someone to move there. But that's okay. Let's use that well. Then she will be using a standard action, I believe, to use her weapons, and this weapon will kill that demon. Right. Yeah, that's her turn. Xander will move to the Hellmouth here with his action in order to take after the first plot card this round. I think we will not be able to get rid of them all, but let's see how things go. Then it's Buffy. She will be using her normal action to search here, right? Yeah, let's do that. Holy water. We need some wooden stake. Magic supplies. Okay, we can heal with magic supplies, but that's really not all that great. Holy water, we can stun one vampire in any location without using an action. So maybe let's do that for now. So we are discarding this to stun that vampire up there. Yeah, that's okay. Allow me one little mulligan. We haven't used our garlic for this action actually, because we need the garlic for one plot card actually. So no, let's not do that actually. So let's hold on to that. But what are we doing then with Willow anyway? Again, looking at those, we need a lot of wooden stakes, which kind of makes sense against a vampire. We need a cross, we need garlic and holy water, I believe, right? That's why that's the garlic one. So I think we have it. So let's try to hold on to that. But anyway, what are we doing with Willow? She still can use her glove of minigun once again to maybe at least get rid of those two. I think that's what we are going to do actually, right? Yeah, I think that's what we are going to do. So we're using it as well. We can even split it up, but I think there is nothing. If we move it here, that could be a potential thing. If we move her here first, she could basically kill all three of those. So maybe that's what we should do then. Yeah, let's do that instead. So we're using our special because, again, we know what's coming or want to know what is coming to move her here. Using a special for a standard action is, of course, very, very weak, but still, let's do it anyway. We get a chance. We get another vampire at the Rosedale Cemetery down here. Again, we can spawn, we can't move in there. It really didn't help at all, this garlic down there. And we have another demon at the Sunnydale High, which I still think it's okay. And if there are any vampires adjacent to a character, they move into the character's location. Okay, that is interesting. That is really interesting because I believe, yeah, absolutely. Wow, 1, 1, and 1. No, this didn't work at all then. Moving her here. These cards, they really are here to... they're just here to annoy me. Oh, that was bad. I can't really use my glove of minigun now effectively. But okay, let's stop whining here. We will move over to Xander. I believe he wants to use his action to fight against the plot card here. So we need to spend one wooden stake and one cross. I was going for the other one with the 2 wooden stakes, but we can still use his wooden stake maybe to dust one of those if everything goes down south from here, right? So let's do that. Again, unfortunately, we have to discard those. That's a bummer. And we are drawing an event and we are looking for Ankh or the Eye, and it's the Eye. Okay, the first plot card of the game is done. We are simply flipping this to the other side, showing that we have defeated the big bad one time. That was huge, Xander. Way to go. Then it's Buffy. She will be using her special to fight and move, or move and fight. She will first of all move here to use the Sunnydale, and there she will use her rocket launcher. If you succeed, discard one weapons item or discard this artifact. I think this is okay. We want to get rid after those, but we have to perform an event check. We need again the eye or the pentagram. It's the pentagram. Awesome. We were successful. So those fellas are out of here. The rocket launcher is discarded. That's kind of a bummer, but at least we managed to do something. Now we would stun everything at that location, but yeah, there is no one to stun here. So we have to resolve our final event card for this round. We bring out a new demon at Rosedale Cemetery. Again down here. This is so bad. We have a vampire at UC Sunnydale. No, UC Sunnydale is over here, I believe. That's where we are, so we can protect the town. If no characters are currently evil, choose a character to become evil. Okay, so we have our very first evil character. And I believe we are choosing Buffy now. Yeah, I think that's the case, right? Yeah, let's do that. So, she's not evil. Next time you would perform an action, instead expend one of your action tokens and then make an event check, and then we are doing one of these things. So we have to remember, we are losing one action and some terrible stuff could happen. We are still supposed to work for the team, even though we are evil. So if we have to make a choice, we can make a choice in our favor. So we don't really have to go all crazy on this. But that basically means her last action is forfeited. Yeah, that was Buffy, right? And then, yeah, final turn of the game. Willow will use... Should we move out? No, I think we want to rescue that townie here. No, that we are not using our weapons. What am I talking? We are using this one here again, the minigun thing. And we will search for an Ankh or the pentagram. It's the eye again. This thing is keep on failing. I think that's the second time this round. So that's basically dual bad. So she takes 2 wounds. And we are losing a townie. I think that will be the first townie of the game. And this will do stuff. Yeah, it will turn into a vampire or so. That's not the end of the world, but it's still bad. Last action for Xander. And I think we want to move out there because we don't want to be in the same location, right? I think so. But actually, I believe I forgot to resolve that special thing. I may have done that twice, actually. Apologies for that. So we have to trigger this from Buffy's event card, right? Add 1 townie to the Apocalypse track or choose 1 character to be let's add a townie to the Apocalypse track. I think we are relatively late game. I don't really know. I think we had 3 actually. I think we have to do 1 more. So I will simply draw another event card now because I don't know which one it was. This is one of those, and this means spawn 1 vampire per character evenly distributed in the cemeteries. So it's basically 3. We have 3 cemeteries. Yeah, things are ramping up for sure. Vampire here, vampire here, vampire there. And now we are taking our turn with Xander. Apologies for the goof. Originally, I was really thinking of keeping Xander here to defeat a vampire, but we are adding more wounds if we are leaving him here. And then he takes 2 more wounds. I think we have to move him out, actually. So we are using an action. Is there a chance to rescue a townie, actually? That could be one thing to consider. And I think there is, actually. So we are moving Xander over here to the Shadow Valley Vineyard. We might be able to rescue that townie if my math didn't fail me. Yeah, I think that was okay. Then it's the last action of Buffy. Unfortunately, she has turned evil. I really like that mechanic. That is very, very nicely done. It's a nice light touch on things. It's still bad, but... So we are resolving an event. It's the eye. Activate 1 baddie. Again, we get to choose which baddie to activate. And they're all equally bad, actually. It's really bad. This garlic doesn't work for us in the slightest. I think the least damage is either moving a vampire here or moving a demon over here. I think it doesn't matter too much, actually. So, wow, she's taking an awful lot of hits now. Okay. Yeah, I think we can't help it. We will be moving that baddie up here because we can at least fight this fellow next round, right? Yeah. Oh, gosh, this is so bad. Okay, but now we are discarding this evil card, so she's no longer evil. It's at least a small comfort. This event card is discarded, and we are moving into the monster activation. Again, there is no thing with the big bad. Nothing happens with the big bad. I believe enough. He was activated actually. That's an end of round thing. We can ignore that as well. No, I think we are totally going for all those baddies. Here I think it doesn't matter either, so we are eating that townie. Again, that townie is no more. That was, let's say this was the demon. This vampire, let me check. Yes, will move over here. Let's stun it for now. So I know that this was activated actually, and then I have to unstun them anyway. Then these fellas will all activate. 1, 2, 3 hits against poor Willow. And again, keep in mind, if you're running out of wound tokens or so, we are also dead. Okay, things are really ramping up now. I don't like that. These fellas will move in here. This fella will move in there, but also not eating anyone. Here we get to choose, so let's move that vampire down here. This vampire is unfortunately taking a bite at Buffy, so we're adding another token in there, but this is done as well. And I think these were all done, and I think now we have to check something. Anytime a townie is killed in a location, yes, exactly, we missed that. I think we have to bring down another vampire in here. I don't activate it again. I mean, let's leave it here, right? It's already bad enough. And then at the end of each round, spawn 1 vampire either. Okay, we get to choose. So we have to spawn 1 more. Oh, we don't have any more vampires out. Okay, they're all here on the board. Nice. I think we can ignore everything else. No, we will unstun all those folks and move into the next round. One thing I forgot, this townie was rescued by Xander. You're a hero, man. Over to Xander, we need items. So we are using our special token for him to search at his location, right? He could take 2 crosses, but the crosses do not help us. No, we are searching. Oh, that is amazing. Nicely done. So we could take another swing at the master this round. That was huge, of course. Let's hand over the action to Willow. She again will be using her glove of minigun. I think we need some more monster control. Again, we are checking for an Ankh. This time she was successful. Okay, that was important. We are killing 3 fellas. We are adding a wound, but I don't care. Should we get rid? Yeah, let's get rid of all 3 of these vampires here. I think that was truly important. Therefore, again, we have to bring out another wound to the wound track. And so far, things aren't looking as pretty, but we should be able to manage. But of course, we have to trigger an event. Vampire goes to City Hall. A demon goes to the bronze, and all characters with items must discard unless a character shuffles 1 artifact into the artifact deck. I think that is okay. Willow will hand over her thing here. We are shuffling this back into the artifact deck. No, I think that is quite all right. Is there anything else? Yes, of course, the eye down here. The eye means all vampires move. Again, I'm not sure, but I will play it this way. So they always want to be around townies. I think so. That's the idea. And they're not activating. It really clearly says move. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we have done that, and we have taken the action with Willow. No, I think overall that was quite successful. Then it's Buffy, and I believe she will be using her special thing, even though she doesn't have any. Oh, maybe. Wait a second. Yeah, we need 2 wooden stakes, unfortunately. No, we have to. No. Let's search first with her. I think maybe we will, if we find something useful, I think that is definitely useful for her. So that is tomes. Okay, we can get an item back or an artifact back and the wooden stake. Okay, that is huge. We really needed that. Nicely done, Buffy. That was a standard action for her. Over to Willow. For Willow, things are easier. She will simply fight, take a standard action with her weapons that she's still carrying to slay that demon. I think we need, again, some monster control at least. Then it's Xander. Again, he will move over to the Hellmouth, take a swing at the next plot card. We need 2 more to go. But yeah, that was his action done. And then it's Buffy. And now she will totally go for her special. She will fight with her wooden stake, so she will dust that vampire and all of these fellas will be stunned. I think that is really, really, really important. Let's resolve the event card. We will bring out a new demon at Angelus's mansion, which is where Willow is. Okay, she can take care of this. We have another townie at the Restfield Cemetery. That is also all right. And replace one townie on the game board with a demon, which is actually quite all right for me. Absolutely, that was okay. Then we have to resolve the pentagram, spawn one vampire per character. Okay, we have 3 more vampires go out to the cemeteries. It's nasty. 1, 2, and 3 down here. And again, that's the 4th time or so. Seriously, this garlic should also prevent the spawning. I hate it. I really, really hate it. Then it's Willow. Again, she will use her action to slay that demon. A little bit boring, but yeah, it's okay. Again, it's Xander. He will go after the next plot here. He will discard those 2 wooden stakes for that. Sounds tastier than it's supposed to be. We are looking for an Ankh or the eye. It's the Ankh. Oof, and I'm really not cheating here, guys. Wow, 2nd plot done. 1 more to go. And for that, we need holy water, which neither of us does carry. Then it's Buffy. I think we are going to discard our tomes here, actually, to go for an artifact. What do we find? And that's Darkest Magic, which gives us a new search ability. We had to do an event check to slay all baddies in your location. Then your character becomes evil. Yeah, that's not so great, actually. But anyway, okay, no, we could actually... Yeah, let's do that. Let's take things slow. She will move up here to the Summer's residence, I believe, for her action. Yeah, and then we could heal with her last action. Yeah, let's do that. Then it's Willow, and again she will use her special token, actually. That's again a ways to search. We are searching for items. Wooden stake, that's not great. What do we need? Holy water. Nah, we have a cross. We can discard this. Nah, that's the problem. We have to hold on to one of those. Do we need the stake this round? I don't think so. So we're getting rid of the wooden stake for now. And then we are at 3, and then it's still our turn. We will discard this. We can move 1 vampire in any location, 1 space without using an action. Okay, I think this is easy. Let's move this vampire over here. So we have taken care of that cross as well. And then it's the last action for Xan, and I think again he needs to move out. So let's move him over here, actually. Draw 3 items, and yeah, we are protecting this townie. That's basically the idea. That's the last action for Xander. Oh, wait a second, I think I forgot something. Yeah, we have to reveal or resolve. Maybe this changes something. Let's leave him here. Let's resolve the event card first for Willow, actually. Yes, absolutely. We have to do that. So we have another vampire. Oh, we don't have any more vampires. That's cool. We have a townie at the bronze. That is a problem. Yeah, that's really a problem. And replace any one townie on the game board with a vampire, which we can't do. Yeah, I think we can't. Yeah, we can't simply remove one. And we have the eye. That is activating, and the eye, all vampires move again. So that's bad. Though I think we're moving this here, this moves in here, this moves right back. He's already, I think this will move in here with a town. Yeah, that wasn't great, actually. That really wasn't great. Okay, what do we do then with Xander now? I think we are still moving him out, and this, okay, in this case we might be moving him to the Restfield Cemetery, actually. Yeah. Then it's Buffy. She will simply use Summer's Residence's location ability to remove 2 wound tokens. I think that was really, really important. I still haven't counted things through, actually, if this will work or not. And then, last but not least, it's Willow. And I think, again, she has to search now. Yeah, let's search with her. Weapons, doesn't help. Okay, we have the holy water. Awesome. So we will discard the weapons for sure. So we might be able to defeat the master next round. Maybe this time with Willow. But so far, her success rate in respect to these event cards wasn't particularly great. Let's activate everyone. And here I'm not 100% sure actually how this works. So will they first move? Will we first eat? Because again, let's say if we would move him, we could move him here and then we eat them. I think that's not in the spirit of the game. So this townie will be eaten, going to the apocalypse track. Is there anything that we need to worry about right now? No, I think we have gotten rid of all these cards. So this demon is done. Then I think the same thing applies here. This townie will be eaten by that vampire here. And this vampire will move in here, right? And then we can stun it. Here we will simply take a wound, unfortunately, for poor Xander, right? This townie will be eaten by this fella. And I think this vampire will move over here. And this demon will move to Willow. And then we still have some more. I think this townie will move in here as well to this fella. This vampire, I think now we get to choose. So I guess it will move in here. And the demon will move 2 spaces. Also now 1, 2 towards this townie. And then we are still alive. We will unflip them all. So let's see how things go. And then, yeah, we will go into the next round of the game. Let's start with Buffy. She will use a standard action now to use the magic supplies. Search to remove 1 wound token from the apocalypse track. Let's totally do that. Nicely done, Buffy. And we don't really need the magic supplies for her at least. Willow will use her action to move to the Hellmouth for sure, because she's equipped now to hopefully take him out. Xander will search with his standard action now. Weapons, it's not what we need. And holy water, that is something that we do need actually. So if we are failing, we could maybe try that again. We need 1 more garlic actually. We have the discard effect. In your location, no, there is no, but okay, it is what it is. Over to Buffy. I believe she's also going to search with her action. Weapons, that doesn't help. Holy water, oh gosh, we needed garlic, 1 more garlic. So I think, honestly, I think I would rather get rid of the artifact here. I want to hold on to the weapons. And now it's all down to Willow. She's going after the final plot card here. So we need to discard garlic. We need to discard holy water. And I think I forgot that spawn 1 vampire either. I think we had to bring out 1 more. Well, there aren't any vampires available anyway. Okay, so we are taking her action. We are going for the standard action here, of course. So let's see, we need the Ankh or the pentagram, and bam. Wow! The final plot card was resolved. This time she didn't fail. The master is out of here. When the final plot card is flipped face down, the big bad is defeated and the game is won. In theory, we could have tried to maximize things, because down here on the track, so for example, if we would have, not sure, I think we are now a Scooby because we have ended our game here. In theory, we could have tried to heal at least once more. I think when we go down here, we could be a Slayer, or there are no things. Slayer is basically the best. So I guess we are now a Scooby or a Townie. No, I think we are a Scooby, right? That's the idea. If we would have won on 12, then we would have ended up a Townie. So at least we are still a Scooby. But maybe we could have optimized things, but I really wanted to win this game. I know I have messed things up in this final episode of the playthrough, and I apologize for that. Maybe this would have altered the course in a dramatic way so that I didn't win or so, then I will take it with an asterisk. But yeah, playing these kind of games alone, even if you're playing it with someone else, you're missing the occasional red. In my mind, really the nature of these things, but ultimately you really want to enjoy the game. I'm pretty sure I didn't do anything dramatically to cheat here. Yeah, bear with me. In the end, I really hope you enjoyed my little playthrough here. I really did. I like this game a big deal, and I'm really almost certain I will go for a second session rather sooner than later. Let me know what you think. And yeah, before I forget, huge shout out to all of my patrons and channel members out there. You guys are amazing. So if you want to support my little channel here, reach out or go to my page on Patreon. Join me here directly on YouTube. Click on the thanks button below the video for a small or maybe not so small donation. Definitely like and subscribe, leave a comment. This also greatly helps the channel. And yeah, with that being said, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and until then, bye bye.